I'm not surprised by that either. Not only that, but like if you actually think about how many people that they're reporting are having like overdoses on like fentanyl and stuff like that, I'm like, okay, so maybe they're not drinking, maybe they're doing other drugs is what it might be. I don't know if I believe that people are just seeing like drinking, like they're staying away because they're like, ooh, that's unhealthy. So I'm like, okay, when has that stopped them from doing anything else that's unhealthy?
The longtime polling firm Gallup just released a poll about it today. They asked Americans, do you have occasion to use alcoholic beverages such as liquor, wine, or beer, or are you a total abstainer? And just 54% of Americans said that they used alcoholic beverages. That is about 4 percentage points lower than just last year and 8 percentage points lower than 2 years ago. To find the next lowest level, you'd have to go back to 1958 when 55% of Americans said that they drank alcohol. And then 1939, the first year that Gallup started asking this question, there were only 58%. So now in 2025, Americans are drinking like they were in 1939 and 1958. So why is this happening? Well, a big reason is that young people are not drinking nearly as much. And even middle-aged adults whose drinking rates had been steady in recent years have also started to cut back. And a big reason that people are cutting back are concerns about health. If you go back a decade, then only about 25% of Americans thought that moderate drinking was bad for them. Now that number is 53%. And it's come, of course, after there have been a lot of studies that have started to question the potential health effects of just having 1 or 2 drinks.
What do you think about this? Is this something that you've seen?
It's hard for me to say because naturally, as you get older, you tend to drink less. So when I was in college, me and friends, we drank a lot.
Yeah.
Right?
I did too.
Yeah. It's like, and then, it was brand new. You were excited about it. And after college, we still drink a bit, go out to different places that younger people go to, clubs, events or whatever. Nowadays, people's lives, some of my friends have kids. They don't have time to drink as much. Some, we have things we're doing. So no, I don't drink nearly as much as I drank 10 years ago. So in my personal life, I've seen a decrease, but I think that's natural. Now, are younger people, like people that are 10, 15 years younger than me, are they drinking a lot? Or 15 younger than me, you probably shouldn't be drinking. But if you're 10 years younger than me, or actually, I don't know. But are younger people drinking a lot? Maybe not, but maybe because they don't go out as much.
I was about to say that. That was the number one thing that I say. Because even when I've gone out to places, like a lot of clubs I've seen have been dead, or like there just haven't been a whole lot of people. So I think overall, like, because here's how I think I know drinking for me was always like a social thing. I was never the kind of person that would like come home, have a drink in the fridge. Like I don't even drink beer. So like I'm not like, every time I've drank, it's always been an event or me going out. And I know like a lot of people who are kind of like me too. So like I can see people just not wanting to drink because if you're not going out, then a lot of people just don't see the purpose. And then you have to look at a lot of reasons why people drink. There are some people who drink because they have anxiety. So they think that drinking relieves their anxiety, which hint, it definitely does not. So if a lot of people aren't as social anymore, they're probably not finding a reason to drink.
Right. No, that's true. I think there's one comment here. You can't see it on screen, but the person says they don't know how to type. It says that there's an increase in people lying, essentially, is what they're saying, which is funny.
That's hilarious.
Hey, y'all. I'd love to know what you think on this because I can't figure it out. This is going to be my new Roman Empire until I figure this shit out. Why is Trump filing with the Supreme Court to rehear and owning pew-pews? Why? They heard this case under Obama, and the Supreme Court under Obama said this is unconstitutional. You can't put constraints like that around the Second Amendment. They're refiling the same fucking thing with this new with their Supreme Court, right? With the new Supreme Court. But I don't know why. What's the end game? That's what I can't fucking figure out. I can't figure out the end game. The only end game I can think of is that they have to do a nationwide ban on this.
That's how they do alcohol.
And the only thing I can think of...
Like, look at the caption. It says this. I'm like, what the heck? What's going on?
Can somebody tell me why the world has turned away from drinking? Because I have too turned away from drinking. I just didn't know that it was such a larger collective movement happening.
Honestly, I think there's multiple reasons. Number one, it's expensive. Number two, people are discovering alternate methods of relaxing and socializing.
Yeah, weed.
I even drinking used to be like you could drink at home and it would be cheap. That's not even cheap anymore. So I feel like it's for many reasons.
Only 54% of American adults say they drink and consume alcohol.
Wow.
It's like 50-50.
What are they doing instead?
Being
Getting
healthy.
Super high.
How about you, Carlos?
I'm about
You
to start
weed?
drinking again, actually.
You do drink sometimes.
I'll dabble here and there.
I have pictures with you with a beer.
That was a woman.
You had a woman in your hand and you had a beer.
Okay. I think I agree with that too.
The other forms?
Yeah.
Like green?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
see.
Because if you drove in past any dispensary, you're gonna see the line be extremely long.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised by that either. Not only that, but like if you actually think about how many people that they're reporting are having like overdoses on like fentanyl and stuff like that, I'm like, okay. So maybe they're not drinking, maybe they're doing other drugs, is what it might be. I don't know if I believe that people are just seeing like drinking, like they're staying away because they're like, ooh, that's unhealthy. Because I'm like, okay, when has that stopped them from doing anything else that's unhealthy?
So here's the thing I'll say to that, right? Because I do think that's, millennials, and I don't know about Gen Z. I think Gen Z might be similar, but millennials and Gen Z are a little more health conscious than other generations. So I can see how that might have a slight percentage, or I can see how that might have a small thing to do with it. But overall, the decrease doesn't, okay, so they said it went from 58% was the high at some point. Now it's 55%. So the number is not that drastic of a change. It's almost like it's been 50-50 forever.
Yeah.
It's just now it's slightly heading towards people drinking less. So I think it's a combination of people doing other things, people are a little more health conscious, things are more expensive, people go out less. All those things combined are what's causing that extra, 3-4% of people to switch over to not drinking.
You know what I also thought too?
What's that?
It could also be immigration. Because are we because what I'm thinking is like, isn't there a large part of people that are coming over that might be of the Muslim kind of religion? I know that religion that's like big of them not drinking. So like if they're a large part of them are coming to our population, I could see like that affecting the numbers. You do see what I'm saying?
I can see it. I just don't know if I don't know.
I mean, like I said, I don't know if that's necessarily true. Like there's a large percent of them. I'm just brainstorming ideas of why I think it's lower.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I haven't looked at the data on this, but I'm gonna go with cost, not going out, health.
Are you guys consuming less spirits and alcohol than you were in previous years, and what's the cause of that for you?
So I don't buy it anymore when I go out. I might get a beer, but for the most part, I don't get mixed drinks or shots anymore because you'll pay $15 and not even get a tingle. Nothing. I just spent $15 on nothing. I don't go to the liquor store and buy liquor anymore because you don't get anything but a headache. The euphoria, the buzz, the loopiness is no longer there. You could drink half of a bottle and all you feel is a headache the next day. I have tried the stuff that's flavored, the stuff that's straight up. I've tried the new stuff, the classic stuff, the high-end stuff, the low-end stuff, brown, light, everything in between, foreign, domestic, everything. And you don't get drunk anymore. You just literally will wake up the next day with a hangover over one drink that was $15 and you didn't even get lightheaded. It's just not fun anymore. And this is a girl who I used to drink, baby. I enjoyed a nightcap. I would, when I went out, and I haven't drank like that in so long. And then I'll go back and let me get a little something.
Who gonna tell her?
I'm gonna tell her.
Who gonna tell her?
Bro, I just said why I drink less now than before, because I'm getting older. And she's older than me. And that's not disrespect. I mean, that's just me.
I mean, that's factual.
So
if you have eyes.
So my point,
I don't know.
So the point is, as you get older, your system, this is just fact. Okay, I know a lot of people online like to be like armchair doctors.
Yeah, I know, right? Armchair doctors.
You know what I'm saying?
TikTok theologists and scientists.
So I understand we're no better. I mean, we do the same thing sometimes too. But I think we can all agree, we can look this up. I could put something on screen, flash it on there.
Yeah.
As you get older, your body has a more difficult time metabolizing alcohol. So that's partly why you feel more like crap when you're older and you drink than when you're young. That's just, so her talking about, I used to do this and now I don't think that these companies have started changing their recipes, especially, this is not what's going on. You're just older.
They're not that far ahead, bro.
No, you're just older. You're just older, and that's okay.
Well, I think it's other stuff. First of all, her tolerance seems like it's very high.
You're making assumptions off.
Seems like it, because she said, she doesn't even feel buzzed now. She takes a drink and take a sip. So I'm like, unless the quantity of what they're pouring is really down, or they're super it's 90% soda, then I'm like, okay, I can understand that. The other thing that I'm gonna say is that has her, and I'm not trying to be an a-hole about this, but I'm like, has her physical body changed since then? Because here's the thing, if you're smaller and you drink a little bit, you're gonna feel a lot more, opposed to if you gain weight and drink more. If you gain weight and drink more, then it's gonna take more for you to feel drunk.
That's true too. Actually, that's a good point too.
So that's what I'm thinking too. I'm like, okay, are you the same from when you were drinking? So I mean,
she's not, but I think that sums up what we're saying, because that even goes back to the age thing.
Yeah.
Because as we get older, we tend to, our metabolism slows down.
Yeah.
So then we tend to carry more weight than we did when we were younger.
Yeah.
So then that goes to the age thing too. So I think like you said, part of it's age. It comes to the mixed drinks, I think you're right. Things are more expensive. So maybe bars.
It's club soda. It's
pouring less. Yeah, maybe.
It's a 5%. It's like you ever see on a beer can, it's like 5% beer.
Well,
the drink that they're giving you is probably 5% alcohol. The rest of it is club soda.
And by the way, I do think now that we're talking about it more, I do think that a big part of it is people going out less than the cost of things.
Yeah.
But they're correlated, because people go out less too because things are more expensive.
Exactly.
So they are correlated. Because if you drink, like you said, we said earlier, if you drink at home, you're probably likely to drink less, unless you maybe just enjoy alcohol a lot more than maybe the average person.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna drink as much beer at all if I'm drinking at home than if I'm at the bar with my friends, you know, talking business. I might have 2 or 3 at the bar versus at home. I might have 1 with dinner. So I'm gonna drink less.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I don't know. You want to tell me that?
So ultimately, guys, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna say that people are drinking less, and I think that's a good decision.
Yeah, I think so. I think if I had to choose one or the other, I say no drinking. But I'm of the mindset where, you know, moderation's all right if you can handle it. But yeah, it's not a bad thing.
All right, decision makers. If you think people are drinking less, leave a like, leave a comment. If you think they are drinking more, leave a like, leave a comment. All right, decision makers, drink less.